In the uncharted territories of the human mind, where shadows of thought lurk, we welcome you to the realm of the man of thought. This is a place where we navigate the complex labyrinth of the psyche, exploring and deciphering the enigmatic codes of human behavior. In this journey, understanding the concept of psychopathy and its implications in our everyday interactions is essential. It's a topic that touches us all, more often than we realize. Today, we delve into the intriguing world of psychopaths and expose the 7 signs that might suggest you are dealing with one. The first sign is superficial charm. Psychopaths can be charismatic, engaging, and at times even irresistible. Imagine for a moment a character like J. Gatsby from F. Scott Fitzgerald's renowned novel, The Great Gatsby. Gatsby is known for his lavish parties, his captivating charm, and his ability to draw people in with an allure that is almost magnetic. Yet beneath this captivating exterior lies a man driven by obsession and deceit. This is a classic example of superficial charm. The charm is merely a facade, a tool used to manipulate and control. It's like a bright, shiny apple with a rotten core. The exterior is enticing, but the truth beneath is far less appealing. So, when faced with a charming individual, it's essential to look beyond the surface. Remember, charm can be a mask, a very deceptive and dangerous one. Sign number 2, a startling lack of empathy. A defining characteristic of psychopathy is the inability to empathize with others. To illustrate, imagine a CEO who, without a second thought, decides to lay off thousands of employees. This decision is not born out of necessity, but rather a calculated move to increase profit margins. To the average person, the thought of causing such widespread distress would be unsettling, to say the least. But to this CEO, it's just another day at the office. No tears shed, no sleep lost. It's not that they don't understand the consequences of their actions, they simply don't care. This detachment from the emotional world of others is not just cold, it's downright chilling. It's a world where personal gain overshadows human connection, where the suffering of others is just collateral damage. A psychopath's inability to feel for others is a chilling sign to watch out for. Third sign, manipulative behavior. Picture this, a charismatic politician. They are skilled in using their eloquence and charm to sway the public, playing on their emotions like a well-tuned instrument. This politician knows what to say, how to say it, and when to say it to get what they want. They spin webs of promises and assurances, expertly exploiting people's hopes, fears, and desires for their personal gain. Yet, behind the captivating speeches and the seemingly sincere smile, their true goal is self-advancement, not the betterment of those they claim to serve. Manipulative behavior isn't always this grandiose, but it's always insidious. It's the sly comments designed to make you doubt yourself, the subtle pressure to make you act against your best interests, the emotional blackmail used to make you feel guilty or indebted. Remember, manipulation is a psychopath's tool for control and dominance. Sign 4, grandiose self-image. Picture a king draped in rich velvets and silks, his head held high, his eyes sparkling with an unshakable belief in his own divinity. This is not a scene from a fantastical epic, but rather a peek into the mind of a psychopath. Their mental landscape is dominated by towering self-portraits, and the rest of us, we're mere stick figures in the background. In their world, they are the sun, and we, the planets, revolve around them, drawn in by their gravity. They perceive themselves as superior, as beings of extraordinary capabilities, deserving of admiration and awe. They don't just think they're the best, they know it with every fiber of their being. In this grandiose self-image, there's no room for humility, for self-doubt, or for seeing others as equals. The psychopath is the monarch, the deity, the hero of their own epic saga. In the mind of a psychopath, they are always the best, and everyone else is just a pawn in their game. Sign 5, impulsivity. Picture this. There's a daredevil, an adrenaline junkie who constantly flirts with danger, risking their life for the sheer thrill of it. They jump off cliffs, speed down highways, and free dive into deep, ominous waters. The element of danger is their fuel, the risk of death, their adrenaline. This thrill-seeking behavior, this lack of consideration for consequences, is a classic sign of impulsivity, often seen in psychopaths. They are like moths, drawn to the flame of risk, of immediate gratification, disregarding the potential harm that might come their way. Psychopaths are not deterred by the thought of danger or the fear of repercussions. Their need for instant satisfaction, for immediate action, often outweighs any rational thought or contemplation. This impulsivity, this reckless abandon in the face of danger, is a common trait among psychopaths. Psychopaths often act first and think later, if they think at all. Sign 6. Irresponsibility. Picture, if you will, a parent, a figure who should embody responsibility, yet this individual chooses to neglect their child's needs, putting their own selfish desires first. They're the type to splurge on a flashy new car when their child's shoes are worn out, or to miss an important school event because they'd rather attend a party. Their child's needs are constantly pushed aside, all in the name of personal gratification. This isn't a simple case of poor parenting. This is a psychopathic trait, a flagrant disregard for the well-being of others. Psychopaths are known for this kind of irresponsibility. They fail to uphold obligations, dismiss the consequences of their actions, and prioritize their own wants above everything else. It's not that they forget or are unaware of their responsibilities. They simply don't care. A psychopath's responsibilities are often the last thing on their mind. The 7th and final sign, pathological lying. Picture this, a cunning con artist weaving a web of deception. He doesn't lie out of necessity nor out of fear. He lies because lying is his second nature. He fabricates stories, creates alternate realities, and manipulates facts with such ease. It's as if he's painting a masterpiece. His canvas, the minds of innocent people, his paintbrush, words dipped in deceit. This con artist, he's not just a character from a thriller novel. He's a living, breathing example of a psychopath. His lies are not harmless fibs. They are calculated moves in a game only he knows he's playing. He uses these lies to exploit, to control, to harm. For him, lying is as natural as breathing, as routine as the ticking of a clock. For a psychopath, truth is a mere inconvenience that can be twisted and turned at will. So, there you have it, the 7 signs of dealing with a psychopath. Let's take a moment to recap what we have learned. We started with the superficial charm, a disarming facade that often masks the true nature of a psychopath. It's that charming smile, the seemingly engaging personality, all designed to draw you in. Then we moved on to the lack of empathy, a defining characteristic of psychopathy. The inability to feel or understand another person's emotions, often leading to callous and cold interactions. Following that, we delved into manipulative behavior, the psychopath's ability to twist situations, to control, and to exploit others for their own gain. It's a trait that can cause untold damage to those who fall under their influence. Next, we explored the grandiose self-image, the inflated sense of self-worth, the belief that they are superior to others, which often leads to an overbearing and domineering attitude. We then touched upon impulsivity, the reckless disregard for the consequences of their actions, driven by an insatiable need for immediate gratification, often at the expense of others. Subsequently, we discussed irresponsibility, the lack of accountability for their actions, the constant shifting of blame, and a refusal to accept responsibility for the harm they cause. Finally, we looked at pathological lying, the persistent falsehoods, the constant deception, all in a bid to maintain control and manipulate their environment to their advantage. These 7 signs are not just a list, but a cautionary tale, a guide to understanding the complex and often dangerous world of psychopathy. It's important to remember that not everyone who exhibits these traits is a psychopath, but these signs can help alert you to potential dangers. Remember, knowledge is power. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and as always, keep exploring the depths of the human mind with the man of thought.